Hello, welcome back to the Wizard Den. Today I'm going to be speaking on a question that I got. The question was about unverified personal gnosis, UPG. How does one know they're receiving it from a spirit and not from their mind playing tricks? Basically, how to discern, right? Usually your personal gnosis is meant for you only, or like a lesson, ideas, a message, something's trying to get across to you. So how do you know? I recommend two things, really. I recommend performing an intuition ritual, picking a spirit of choice, Hanael, Furkas, or whoever, Isis. I also recommend a ritual for discernment. Bifrons is really good for that. Bifrons, however you want to call his name. I call it Bifrons. Sounds right for me, intuitively. Those are the two magic abilities you'll utilize the most to determine the truth in all things, not just this, but all things. You'll need those two for everything. I did my intuition ritual with Hanael and discernment with Isis and Bifrons. So if you need that, I would recommend going through them. It's very powerful. So let's talk outside of metaphysical abilities. What's a logical way to determine gnosis from, spirits apart from self-made, bullshit? So let's get into it. What is the mind, mental self? What speaks through that dialogue? Ego. Okay. It isn't you. It isn't you. You are the soul, the spirit. You are that. You are not the ego. The mind is ego. So if you ever hear something, we're trying to discern between if something is ego or if something is spirit, another spirit. So, when you think about it, it should be rather easy to determine. Go ahead. I have notes here, by the way, just so I don't forget nothing. So, does this gnosis, think about this, right? Does this gnosis make me feel empowered egoically in any way? If so, you could probably go ahead and trash that as ego-made, something your ego made. The ego is sensitive and always tries to boost itself. So, if you feel some gnosis is just something that boosts you, makes you feel better about yourself instead of challenging you or making you grow, then it's obviously going to be ego, It's not always going to be the case, always. Sometimes your lesson will make you feel good, but until you can properly discern and use your strong intuition to feel and to know, this, generally speaking, is a good way to weed out the gnosis from the fake stuff. Gnosis, generally speaking, is best received when it comes through visions, audible spirit voices, or dreams, rather than your intuitive messages, because for that, you need strong intuition and discernment to comprehend and tell apart or judge what is being said to you. What are you hearing or feeling or knowing, okay? A couple good experiences for me. I had a dream one time, and it was Orobas showing me, to be concerned and be wary about somebody that was in my vicinity, and I had to be wary of somebody that I would normally trust. And he came to me and he showed himself to me in his natural form, the black horse. He showed me that I need to be wary. That is something you take as gnosis. Also, Raziel had came to me one time in a vision and showed me that I was giving out too much of my energy, through showing me a vision of people coming and putting their fists into my stomach and ripping things out, and showed me very grotesquely what I was doing. I was giving myself away to too many people. So here's another one. Imagine gnosis as being in a magical consciousness. over time, the more time that you spend in this magical consciousness, the more intuitive messages, the more messages, visions, clairaudient messages you will receive. Okay? It's like being tapped into a current of a sort. Like you're getting information channeled through you as if you're a radio or a cell phone tapped in. But I'll get back to y'all. I gotta go. Peace.